Well, today, 75,000 workers at Kaiser Permanente are launching a three-day strike, the largest healthcare strike really in U.S. history. Kaiser is the largest medical group in the entire country, serving nearly 1.3 million people. The employees striking, well, they make up 40% of Kaiser's total staff, impacting their facilities on the West Coast, mostly in California, in Virginia, and on the East Coast, Washington, D.C.
Tens of thousands of workers walking off the job for 3 days as contract talks stall. From Virginia,
these people got into healthcare because they wanted to take care of patients, and they're just stretched too thin.
To Denver,
everybody's getting depressed. Everybody's quitting because they can't handle it. You know, it's just a lot of work.
To Sacramento.
We are here because they have been dealing with a short staffing crisis caused by Kaiser executives for months, if not years.
Can you tell us where you are right now as we look at you in the dark because it's so early in the morning?
I'm out front of Kaiser Sunnyside Medical Center here in Clackamas, Oregon. Our members are setting up their strike line this morning, getting ready to begin our picketing activities.
We want to bring Kevin Darden into the conversation, a patient access representative member of the union's local bargaining team at Kaiser Permanente Sunnyside Medical Center. Kevin, can you talk about your demands and the significance of this largest strike of healthcare workers in U.S. history?
Yes, good morning. What we're here today is we're asking our Kaiser executives to bargain in good faith with us, the frontline healthcare workers. We have the proposals and we have the solutions to solving Kaiser's short staffing crisis. And we're just asking them to come to us and meet with us. We have those solutions and we're hoping they can come and bargain in good faith.
Let's get right out to CBS 8's Esmeralda Perez, who's live outside Kaiser Zion Medical Center. Esmeralda, what is the latest on those contract talks tonight?
The coalition of Kaiser Permanente unions is pushing for increased pay, better working conditions, and more staffing.
Patients shouldn't have to wait hours and hours for their call lights to be answered.
Staff say these issues are impacting patients.
Knowing that they're in there not getting the care that they deserve, that hurts us as well. But we're also here for them as much as we are here for us.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Right here at the Kaiser in Walnut Creek off South Main Street, you can see history being made. As we mentioned, we're talking about 75,000 healthcare workers. They've got their bells out here. They've got their signs. This is something that's happening nationwide. And before we move forward, I'm going to interview one of the workers this morning. What was your name, sir?
Joshua Barba.
Joshua, talk a little bit about this. You know, what are you guys asking for right now? They say that they've been bargaining all night. What's going on?
We're asking Kaiser executives to return to the bargaining table and bargain in good faith. We're asking them to do what's right for their patients, and we're asking them to address our short staffing crisis that's been a problem for months on end now, and they're just not listening, and they are not bargaining in good faith.
Who claims that Kaiser Permanente is not wanting to work at the bargaining table in good faith, and that's something that we heard out here also. Workers say more staff will mean more patient care in the end.
Kaiser Permanente is not getting it. It's almost like having your oxygen turned all the way down and you're gasping for air and you're in a space right now where you're saying, help us, and you're walking away. That's how I feel. And they'll do the right thing by increasing wages, better staffing, which means that we can give better patient care, and patients' wait times, appointment times will not be 3 and 4 months out.
The healthcare workers that we represent and our coalition represents are predominantly women and people of color. So that speaks to the community and who do we really want to uplift? Who do we really want to make sure has a safety net? And when I talk about safety net, I'm not talking about a handout. I'm talking about the resources and the support to uplift their lives, uplift their communities' lives, uplift their families' lives. Because not only am I a Kaiser employee, I'm a patient, my family's a patient, and my community are patients at Kaiser Permanente.
And you can see why SEIU has Georgette Bradford at the bargaining table. I ain't mad at her. She's a bad sister. I'd sit next to her at any bargaining table. Georgette Bradford, all the best to you on the picket line. I hope you all get what you want and deserve.
Kaiser executives, you're no good. Treat your workers like you should.
So what's happening is Kaiser has not been bargaining with us in good faith, and so it's pushing us to come out here and strike. We don't want to. We want to just be inside taking care of our patients, but unfortunately, Kaiser's not bargaining in good faith.
Today, more than 75,000 employees of Kaiser Permanente walked off the job as well. It's the largest healthcare strike in American history, which is very bad news for anybody they left in the MRI machine. But Kaiser employees are fighting for better pay, which they deserve, better benefits. They're looking for, they want hospital gowns that actually cover their patients' hideous butts. And their striking employees include nursing staff, receptionists, pharmacists, and optometrists, who optometrists must make great picketers. Which middle finger looks clearer, this one or this?
Some 75,000 Kaiser Permanente workers walked off the job Wednesday, including Ethan Ruskin, who brought us to the picket line in San Jose.
We really want Kaiser executives to return to the bargaining table and bargain in good faith to come to a resolution and fix some of these short staffing crises.
Ruskin says the challenges they deal with could impact you.
So many of our coworkers have left the industry, which leads to delay in patient care. We have concerns about the safety of our patients.
For a lot of us, especially for me and my modality, it's not necessarily about the pay. It is 100% backed by patient care.
The wait times are longer now than they have ever been, and I have been to almost all the Kaiser hospitals, from the Bay Area to out here in the Central Valley, and it's the same thing no matter where you go.
Does the president support the ongoing strike by Kaiser healthcare workers?
The president believes that all workers, including healthcare workers and those who make their work possible, deserve a fair pay and benefits. That's what he believes. And look, it's not new or unusual for care workers from any sector to exercise their rights under the collective bargaining. Again, when the two sides come together in good faith, we believe that it works out. There is a resolution. There is a win-win scenario here. And even the Treasury Department, and I spoke to this earlier this week, put out a report when we see that type of collective bargaining, that it not only helps union workers, but it also helps the economy and it helps non-union workers. Look, we hope that they get to a place where they can all agree, so we can move forward, so that mothers can indeed make sure to take care of their kids. Right? That is indeed important.
What kind of power?
Union power.
Yes, the president supports the strikers. Collective bargaining works.
The Union of Healthcare Workers President Dave Reagan telling striking workers that President Biden is backing their cause.
We got to run through the finish line, but we are winning this thing. Let's keep it up.
Reagan says there have been no negotiations since Tuesday. Staffing levels remains one of the critical issues.
The core of everything is we just don't have enough people to do the job.
It's all about patient care for us. Us being short-staffed, we don't have the manpower to take care of the patients properly as you should be taken care of, whether it be from mammograms or DEXA screenings. It's in behavioral health even, which is my department. We're so short-staffed, they can't be seen.
Well, Deborah, thank you so much for your time, and thank you for being out there on the picket lines again. This is day 3, third and final day. This will officially end tomorrow at 6 a.m. That's when workers are expected to go back on the job. Again, still no word from Kaiser on when they're planning to go back to the bargaining table.
This morning, the biggest Kaiser Permanente strike officially ended this morning. That was about an hour ago, but another walkout could be coming if a deal isn't reached.
It's sad that we have to be out here to fight for what's right.
And you're willing to strike again if necessary?
We will. We will be here.
Kaiser Permanente's union issued a statement last night saying they are hopeful the company will refrain from any, quote, further violations of federal labor laws. Negotiators for the two sides are set to meet for a new round of talks next Thursday and Friday.